Right at the beginning of creation, Elohim sets out the pattern of work and rest for all humanity. The Torah lets us know that the Almighty Creator worked for 6 days and rested on the seventh. While the other days are merely named by their order in their number, the seventh day is specifically named, set apart and blessed. This is the Sabbath. It is important to note why it is that this day has been set apart, as we read that Elohim specifically blessed the seventh day. It is because he rested on this day. As a sign of Yah's covenant, we find the number 7 in other scriptural instances. For example, in the 7-armed menorah that burns in the temple, the promise of God never to flood the earth again in the 7 colors of the rainbow, and the sending of the 7 letters to the churches of Asia Minor by Yeshua. The seventh day is clearly the sign of Yahweh and has his seal on it. The commandment to keep the Sabbath day holy applies to all generations and all people who are in a covenant with Yahweh, hence Israel. The law says to work 6 days and then to rest on the 7th and sanctified day. Since to work for 6 full days is part of the Torah, the concept of a 2 or 3 week vacation lying at the beach doing nothing will be against the commandment of Elohim. We will touch on this in a moment. The day known to us as Saturday is the day of Sabbath the Creator originally ordained. It still carries the title of Sabbath in some languages: Polish, Sobbota; Greek, Sabbato; Italian, Sabbato; Spanish, Sabbato; Romanian, Sambata. If you look up the word Sunday in a dictionary, you will often find this accurate description: the first day of the week. This is not Yahweh's Sabbath. Sunday can never be the Sabbath, since Yahweh did not rest on this day, he was working. The Sabbath day is not only a day to lay down our work and refresh ourselves, it is also a day in which we devote time to the Word of God, the Torah. The spiritual meaning of this is found in the tabernacle, where the bread of the presence was renewed each Sabbath by the high priest. The bread of life, the Word of Elohim, for us on each Sabbath. Yeshua and the apostles also kept this regulation. It is also a time for fellowship and worship and to enjoy God's beautiful creation. Of course, there are more meanings behind the Sabbath day. We know that the millennial reign of Yeshua will be for 1,000 years. Since we are counting approximately 6,000 years of creation, it is believed that the 6 days of work relate to humanity's given time on earth before the reign of the King of Kings is ushered in. This is the 1,000 years referred to as the Messianic age, where there will be total peace on earth. By working 6 days and resting on the Sabbath day, we witness to the fact on a weekly basis that our toil and labor is in anticipation of the second coming of the Messiah. If someone gets caught up into the notion of working only for this world, the Sabbath has no meaning for that person. All the focus will be on cash. Since he works hard and seeks to get ahead in the system, he afterwards feels the rightful need to reward himself, to have some fruits for the hard and exhaustive labor performed, hence a vocation that one believes one has earned. After a perhaps 3-week period, the same wheel of labor and reward starts all over again, and the rest of the year is spent looking forward to the next vocation. This is the mindset of a slave. One important hint: working in this way, with this kind of an outlook, is working for someone else and it is not the Creator. To clarify, however, we are to work for our bread and food. The question is, who and what is the focus in all that we do? Our gaze should be on the heavenly things as worshippers of Elohim. We find another spiritual implication in keeping the Sabbath day. When we keep the Sabbath day holy, we are in line with Yahweh's plan of work and reward. We endure 6 days of hardship and may rest on the 7th day, the Sabbath day, which symbolizes Messiah's reign to come. Pay after work. The opposing and anti-scriptural view lines up with the disposition of the world and popular religions that abound today. Enjoy first, suffer later. This is definitely not how Yahweh intends to bless his children who are in his covenant.
If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob my father, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it.
So yes, let us enter into the covenant of a Creator who loves us so much as to send and give his own Son, that we may approach him. May our outlook be on the eternal peace and rest he desires to give us. May Yahweh bless you and keep you and guide you on this coming Shabbat. Shalom.